Hi, I'm Rosemary and this is day one of our Money Mindset week. This is the second time I've recorded this. I'm doing it on a video now because it completely disappeared when I did it at 9 o'clock this morning. It was actually empty and I've been too busy since then doing other things to re-record, but it was a blessing because I had a rethink and I realised I think it was off track. That's why it disappeared. So I've come back with something a bit different 3-4 hours later. So if you've been waiting, I apologise. I'll be back at 9 o'clock tomorrow. So first of all, money is a very, very heady subject. So let's go where I've just gone, which is to my love place. Now this is our default place, which takes you out of your head into your heart. So it takes you out of judgment, guilt, shame, all that stuff that we no longer need, that isn't serving us, and takes us into our beautiful, pure heart energy. So think of something that makes you smile, just takes you straight to a place of unconditional love and brings a smile to your face. So for me, at the moment, this is a cat that I met when I was away, and this cat was just so happy. One of those cats that just sits there and does this. Right, so that has straight away opened my heart energy and I'm in joy. So please, during this course, let that be your default and start learning to do this regularly. Whenever you feel like you're in your head, go to your love place. It will absolutely be your power place, because this is where we create from, particularly in heart-centered life, heart-centered business. Hence, go into your love place, which is your heart, the seat of your soul. So, money. The best comment I've had from people who've worked for me over the years is that they've come to peace with money. I remember one lady, she did a 6-week course, and at the end of it I said, "How are you doing?" She said, "You know what, Rosemary, I'm at peace with money." And from that point, things changed, they soared, because we put so much charge on it. I think it's probably the most judgmental thing on the planet. I'm sure it is. It's even more judgmental than how people bring up their kids, which is pretty bad, isn't it? So, and it doesn't serve any of us. And judgment always starts with me. So I can't experience judgment unless I'm judging myself. So there's so much judgment about money. And I really felt this. I hadn't tuned into it so much, but in the last hour, I've just been remembering, I knew judgment was our word for today, and remembering I was with my friend over the weekend and there was a lot of judging going on, particularly around how people spend, how people save, how we try and control other people through money. There's a lot of that goes on, and traditionally women have been very, very controlled around money. They weren't allowed to have their own money. Only 50 years ago that a woman was actually allowed to have a mortgage in her own name in the UK and many other countries. And it still, of course, happens in certain places, doesn't it? So we as women are really learning to be powerful around our own money and make peace with ourselves. And tomorrow we'll be looking more about where our beliefs come from. But today I just wanted you to start, or us to start, because I'm doing this all myself as we go along, about looking at how much we judge money and things around it. So just to say, your task for today, if you care to join me, is to write a letter to money. And even if you've already written one, do another one, because it's something I do really regularly and it's so revealing. So you just get a blank piece of paper and you start off, "Dear Money," and tell it everything that comes to mind. You did this and you do that, and I don't know how much to charge, and this worries me. Get all your worries and your concerns and your judgments and your guilt and all those things down on that page. When people start to work with me, something I get them to do in the beginning is to write their money story as well, which is kind of similar. It's to write down what you were hearing and experiencing and feeling and seeing demonstrated around money and self-worth and value, particularly when you were really small. And then you can look at how it's shown up in your life. So to kind of clear the way a bit so we can have more of a heart-centered week, go to your love place. Think of that thing that makes your heart open, makes you smile, makes you light up. And from there, write, dear money. And just write as long as you've got. You could write a little tiny bit like that, or you could write a couple of sheets. Some people write pages. No judgment at all, whatever feels right for you, how long as you have. And if you can't do it today, don't judge yourself. Come and watch day 2 anyway. Because what we want with money is we want to focus on what we want. Creation comes from us focusing on what we want. And if we focus on what we don't want, which is all that unpeaceful stuff, that's what our little reticular activating system in our brain will start to show us more of. Because your brain works really, really hard to show you what your dominant thoughts are, as it thinks, oh, Rosemary's thinking a lot about money today. She's really blaming so-and-so a lot. She's feeling very guilty herself about certain things she's done. I'll show her more of that. Well, your brain is a really faithful servant. So we want to show our brains what we do want, so it can show us lots more of what we do want. Okay, so, and what do you want? What do you want? I know what I want. I want money coming easily and flowing. I want to have joyful creation in my life. I want to know that I'm creating wonderful things for myself and my community. And I am. But my default, which is why I teach this stuff, is to go over there and start getting into the blame and the shame and the guilt and all these things. And I felt it first thing this morning. And if you've got a bit of a neurodiverse brain, this could be even more so for you. Because what I'm noticing is that we go into this guilt thing. We go into this now, what's it called? RDA. It's like a rejection syndrome, where we can get absolutely obsessed that we've done something wrong, that we've upset someone, and it really plays tricks with us. But of course, once I recognise that in myself, I've been able to notice it and really notice when my brain's going off on one, and come back to my love place, breathe, and I'm finding breathing 1, 2, 3, 4 in, holding for 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and breathing out for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is really helping me. Breathing out for longer than I'm breathing in and holding seems to settle our vagus nerve as well, and that's very helpful too. Okay, so I'm going to leave it at that for today, and go off now, and if you've got time, write a letter to money. Get out all your frustrations. Be really honest. I really don't like you, whatever it is for you. You can go through your history of how it's messed up your life. You can go for the fact you were fighting with your ex-husband over money, whatever it is for you. Get it all out. I'm going to do a bit more today, and then we'll come back tomorrow and we'll focus on something else. I'm being quite spontaneous here. This is really a heart-led week, so I'm not quite sure what's happening from day to day. We've got a couple of guest people coming in. We've got Becky Shuttleworth, who's had some incredible insights about money from her spirit guides or dogs. And we've got Gina Blundell on a totally different level, who's talking about financial abuse and women and how we can be powerful and resilient. And if you're someone who works with money and you'd like to share something, please let me know. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning.